The Amalfi Coast exists in our minds long before we ever set foot on its sun-drenched shores. We've all seen the pictures, a cascade of pastel houses tumbling down a cliff to meet a sea of impossible blue. It's a place of myth, a siren's call of La Dolce Vita, where every meal is a feast, and every moment feels like a scene from a classic film. This is the dream, a carefully curated fantasy of effortless glamour and serene beauty. It's a powerful and alluring vision, one that fuels 1 million travel plans and sells countless guidebooks. But this dream, like all dreams, is only part of the story. The reality of the Amalfi Coast is more complex, more textured, and, I believe, more rewarding. The truth is that this stunning stretch of coastline is also a real living place. Positano is the undisputed supermodel of the Amalfi Coast towns. It's the one you see in all the pictures, a breathtakingly vertical village that seems to defy gravity. First glimpse, from the ferry or rounding a bend on the coastal road, a riot of sun-bleached peach, pink, terracotta homes, clings to the cliffside, tumbling down to the shimmering Mediterranean. The town, as spectacle, a place designed for awe. Spiaggia Grande, a glamorous theater of colorful umbrellas and beautiful people. But living in a postcard has challenges. Positano is almost entirely pedestrianized. Your transport is your 2 feet, navigating endless steep staircases and narrow lanes, not a place for rolling suitcases or those with mobility issues. From May to September, those charming lanes can clog with a slow-moving river of tourists. Prices, cappuccino to sunbed, reflect high demand. Positano is the most expensive stop. To really appreciate it, explore the edges. Main thoroughfare. Chic boutiques selling linen clothing, handmade sandals. Venture up, discover family-run ceramic shops, quiet residential corners with cats napping in the sun, and small trattorias with terraces offering million-dollar views for a fraction of beachfront prices. Catch your breath, feel the village soul beyond the hustle. Treat Positano like a beautiful but intense workout. Arrive early on the first ferry to see the town wake before day trippers descend. Wander stairways, embrace the climb, and reward yourself with a refreshing drink at a cafe with a view. After a few hours, consider moving on. Positano is stunning and a visual feast, but for a more relaxed, authentic home base, your euros and sanity are better spent in another coastal town. If Positano is the supermodel, then Amalfi is the hard-working matriarch of the coast. This town gives the entire coastline its name, and has a gritty, functional history you can still feel today. For centuries it was a major maritime power, a republic that rivaled Pisa, a republic that rivaled Genoa. The past glory is anchored by the Duomo di Sant'Andrea, a stunning cathedral. Close up, Arab Norman mosaics and striped marble. It dominates the main square, Piazza del Duomo. The square is the town's living room, a constant swirl of activity. Locals, tourists, ferries, buses. Unlike Positano's sheer verticality, Amalfi sits in a deep valley, more like a proper town than a cliffside ornament. It has a real-world energy, with a bustling port serving the coast. Ferries arrive and depart constantly. The main coastal road runs through the center. All of this makes Amalfi an incredibly practical base. From here you can hop on a boat to Positano, hop on a boat to Capri, or catch a bus up the mountain to Ravello. Its relative flatness makes it easier to navigate on foot. Step away from the busy main street and you'll find covered alleyways, hidden courtyards. Those passages were built in medieval times to confuse pirates. Wandering them feels like stepping back in time. Visit the Museo della Carta, a paper museum in a 13th century mill, old paper machines and handmade sheets. A tangible connection to the town's industrious past. Amalfi balances beauty, history, and convenience. Its beach is small, the main square can be crowded, yet the town rewards exploration. Enjoy a morning coffee watching fishermen mend nets. Delve into centuries of history at the cathedral. Use Amalfi as a launchpad for coastal adventures. It feels grounded and real, La Dolce Vita without the pretense or the high price tag of its glamorous neighbor. Perched high on a clifftop more than 1,000 feet above the sea, Ravello is the Amalfi Coast's elegant aristocratic retreat. It offers a different kind of experience altogether, one defined not by beaches and not by boats, but by sublime views, tranquil gardens, and a refined cultural atmosphere. Getting here requires a winding bus or a taxi ride up from Amalfi, but the journey is a pilgrimage that rewards you with peace and perspective. Up here, the frantic energy of the coastline melts away, replaced by a gentle breeze and a sense of serene detachment. Ravello is where you come to exhale, the town is famous for two magnificent villas. Villa Ruffalo, a romantic cluster of medieval towers and Moorish-influenced architecture. Its terraced gardens famously inspired Richard Wagner, and today they host the renowned Ravello Festival, an outdoor concert series that fills the summer nights with classical music. Villa Simbrone, a bit of a walk from the town center, but absolutely worth the effort. Its gardens culminate in the Terrazzo dell'Infinito, the Terrace of Infinity, a belvedere lined with marble busts that offers what is arguably the single most breathtaking panoramic view on the entire planet. Beyond the villas, the town of Ravello itself is a joy to explore. Its central piazza is a sophisticated but relaxed place. The streets are clean, quiet, and lined with high-end ceramic shops and art galleries. It's an intellectual and artistic haven that has attracted writers, artists, and musicians for centuries, and you can still feel that creative spirit in the air. Ravello is my top recommendation for those seeking tranquility and romance. While it lacks direct sea access, you'll need to take a bus down to swim. It more than compensates with its unparalleled vistas and peaceful ambiance. It makes a wonderful day trip from Amalfi, but it's an even better place to spend a night or two. Watching the sunset from the Terrace of Infinity and then enjoying a quiet dinner in the piazza is an experience that elevates your trip from a simple vacation to a profound memory. It's the coast's dose of high culture and pure, unadulterated beauty. Navigating the Amalfi Coast is a crucial part of your travel experience, and making the wrong choice can lead to immense frustration. Let's be clear, do not plan to drive a rental car here during high season. Unless you love hairpin turns, impossibly narrow roads, the Sisyphean quest for non-existent parking spaces. The main coastal road, the Amalfitana, is a marvel of engineering but a nightmare in traffic. You'll spend more time clutching the steering wheel in terror than admiring the view. Parking, when you can find it, is outrageously expensive. The smart traveler relies on the coast's public transportation system, buses and ferries. CETA buses are the workhorses of the coast. They connect the main towns along the coast. They're cheap and run frequently. But in July and August, buses get incredibly crowded. You may have to stand the whole winding journey. Lines at stops can be long, and sometimes a full bus will pass without stopping. For a more civilized, scenic option, take the ferry. From April to October, ferries run between towns: Salerno, Amalfi, Positano, Sorrento. Ferries cost more than the bus, but the value is huge. You bypass road traffic, and the views from the water are spectacular. Arriving in Positano by sea is the best way to see its dramatic setting. The journey becomes part of your vacation. Use ferries for longer hops. Ultimate strategy: use a hybrid approach. Make Amalfi your home base. Take a morning ferry to Positano to enjoy the views and beat traffic. To get from Amalfi to Ravello, the bus is your only practical option, and the journey is relatively short. For day trips to Pompeii or Naples, go to Sorrento or Salerno and catch a train. Mix and match to spend less time in transit and more time enjoying the place. It really makes the trip so much better. The food of the Amalfi Coast is a celebration of simplicity and freshness, born from the bounty of the sea and the sun-drenched land. The myth is of extravagant multi-course feasts at every meal. The reality is even better: honest, flavorful dishes that let incredible ingredients shine. The holy trinity of local cuisine is seafood, lemons, tomatoes. You'll find them in countless variations, from a simple plate of spaghetti alle vongole, spaghetti with clams, to freshly grilled fish, drizzled with local olive oil and lemon juice. The key to a great meal here is not complexity, but quality. To find that quality, you must learn to look past the tourist traps. A restaurant with a prime location on the main piazza, or a multilingual menu with pictures, is often a red flag. These places cater to fleeting crowds and prioritize location over culinary excellence. The best meals are usually found just a few steps off the beaten path. Wander up a side alley, climb a flight of stairs, look for a small, unassuming trattoria filled with the sound of Italian voices. If you see local workers having lunch there, it's almost always a good sign. Don't miss the regional specialties. The giant, fragrant sfusato lemons are legendary and used in everything. Try a delizia al limone, a delicate sponge cake filled with lemon cream, or finish your meal with a chilled glass of locally made limoncello. The pasta is also a highlight, particularly scialatielli, a thick, fresh pasta often served with a seafood sauce. And of course, being in Campania, the pizza is excellent. A simple pizza margherita from a local pizzeria can be one of the most satisfying and affordable meals of your trip. Be smart with your food budget. For a cheap and delicious lunch, do as the Italians do and head to a salumeria. You can have them make you a fresh panino with local prosciutto, mozzarella, tomatoes, assembled for a few euros. Grab some fruit, a bottle of water, and enjoy a picnic on a bench overlooking the sea. Mix affordable picnic lunches, simple pizzeria dinners, and a few nice sit-down meals at carefully chosen trattorias, and you can eat like a king without spending a fortune. It's really that simple. Crafting the perfect day on the Amalfi Coast is about smart logistics and prioritizing experiences over checklists. The goal is to feel the rhythm of the coast, not rush through it. Use Amalfi as your home base. Combine the coast's highlights in a logical flow. Start early. Morning light and quiet are treasures. Set your alarm, quick cappuccino, cornetto at a local bar, get moving before the crowds build. Catch the earliest ferry from Amalfi to Positano around 8:30 or 9. This is crucial. Arrive by sea, dramatic first view. Beat the Sorrento tour buses, spend the morning exploring, embrace the stairs, wander narrow lanes, soak in the views, skip the expensive boutiques, focus on the atmosphere, take photos, find a small cafe high on the hill for mid-morning coffee. As Positano gets crowded, retreat, ferry back to Amalfi, admire the coastline from the water. Amalfi will be bustling, grab an authentic lunch, avoid the main piazza, find a backstreet trattoria for pasta. After lunch, visit the Duomo, wander covered alleyways that feel a world away from the crowds. Around 3 p.m., head to the bus station, take the 30-minute ride up to Ravello. The afternoon light from this high perch is magical. Head to Villa Simbrone Gardens, Terrace of Infinity View, jaw-dropping. Wander to Ravello's main square, find a cafe, slice of lemon cake, glass of wine, and people watch. A relaxing, scenic finale to balance the morning's energetic explorations. Choosing when to visit the Amalfi Coast can have a bigger impact on your trip than almost any other decision. The high season, June, July, August, brings beautiful hot weather but also the largest crowds and the highest prices for hotels and services. Roads are clogged, ferries are packed. You'll need to book everything far in advance. While the energy is vibrant, it can also be overwhelming. For a more pleasant experience, I strongly advocate for the shoulder seasons: April, May, September, October. In the shoulder season, you'll find a much better balance. The weather is typically warm and sunny, perfect for sightseeing, perfect for hiking, and the sea is often warm enough for swimming, especially in September. The crowds are thinner, the prices are more reasonable, and there's a general sense of calm that is absent in the summer peak. Winter, November, December, January, February, March is very quiet, with many hotels and restaurants closed, but it can be a peaceful, if chilly, time for dedicated hikers and those seeking solitude. In terms of money, it's wise to carry a mix of cash and cards. While hotels and larger restaurants will accept credit cards, many smaller shops, cafes, and pizzerias are cash only. It's always a good idea to have at least 50 to 100 euros on hand for these smaller daily purchases. ATMs are available in the main towns, but they can sometimes run out of cash during busy periods, so don't wait until your wallet is completely empty. Remember, this is a popular destination, so budget accordingly, but know that you can save significantly by picnicking for lunch and choosing guest houses over luxury hotels. Finally, a few practical tips will make your life easier. Pack light. You will be hauling your luggage upstairs and onto crowded buses or ferries, so a single, easy-to-carry bag is far better than a giant, wheeled suitcase. Comfortable walking shoes are non-negotiable. This is a place you explore on foot. And don't forget sun protection. A hat, sunglasses, and sunscreen are essential, as the Italian sun is strong, even in the shoulder season. A reusable water bottle is also a great idea to stay hydrated and save money. Trust me on that. We began with the myth of the Amalfi Coast, a flawless paradise of serene beauty and effortless living. It's a lovely dream, but it sets up unrealistic expectations that can lead to disappointment. The reality, with its crowds, its traffic, and its real-world grit, can feel like a shock if you're not prepared. But I believe the true magic is found not in chasing the myth, but in embracing the rich, complex, and sometimes messy reality. The Amalfi Coast is not a museum piece. It's a living, breathing community, set against one of the world's most dramatic backdrops. The real joy comes from navigating this reality with a bit of savvy. The satisfaction of catching that first ferry, seeing Positano in the quiet morning light. The thrill of discovering a hidden alleyway in Amalfi that leads to the best lemon cake you've ever tasted. It's the profound sense of peace on the Terrace of Infinity in Ravello, looking out at a view no photograph can truly capture. These are the moments that create real memories. The coast's challenges are part of its character. The steep stairs make the views from the top all the more rewarding. The bustling crowds are a reminder that you are sharing this incredible place with people from all over the world. By planning smart, traveling in the shoulder season, using the ferries, and eating where the locals eat, you don't erase these challenges, but you learn to flow with them, to find the quiet corners within the beautiful chaos. So, my final recommendation is simple. Go to the Amalfi Coast. Go with open eyes and a flexible plan. Don't just look at it, engage with it, walk its paths, taste its food, and listen to the rhythm of its daily life. The coast's true gift is the powerful blend of its staggering beauty and its vibrant, enduring humanity. When you find the harmony between the myth you dreamed of and the reality you experience, you will have discovered the soul of this unforgettable slice of Italy, and that is a travel experience that truly matters.